compared to 49 white people, 6 black people play with their friends, and I found that really surprising because they're the same age, and I didn't understand like the barriers of what black people faced in comparison to white people.
I think the most important change to improve housing in Camden is to create more spaces for kids, especially ones with autism and ADHD that tend to be overstimulated in crowded areas.
I believe the most important recommendation is helping people with free school meals, as I was surprised by how many people who are in free school meals are disadvantaged, and I think schools can help by giving a positive attitude and helping them with resources and tuition to help them at the same level as people who are not on free school meals.
I feel like educating these families are the best things we can do right now. For example, we can pay these families to go to talks about how detrimental this health and well-being crisis is right now and how it's getting worse by the day.
I think the biggest surprise I got from the report today was over 6,000 children live in overcrowded housing. I think this surprised me the most because it's going to impact their mental health so much, because it's going to prevent them from sleeping, it's going to prevent them from studying, it's going to prevent them from just being able to have their own free space.
This is something that has been ongoing and nothing seems to have changed, and I'm speaking here as if like from speaking to young people, their perception on things as well. They feel like nobody really cares. At the end of the day, young people don't feel like there's enough opportunities for them.
I think it's really important to address child poverty now because it's not getting any better. There's families that we're supporting more than ever that are living in cramped accommodation, cannot afford to eat properly. I see that the children are struggling. I see that they don't have that much money to buy food. So all the other stuff, it's not actually it's no surprises. I see it all the time.
The report findings definitely represented the Camden that I know. I've born and raised in King's Cross. I've seen a lot of what these figures are talking about, especially in terms of like the lack of confidence in young people, the lack of knowledge on opportunities. There's so many layers to it, and I think you definitely have to find the right people with the right knowledge to come together and collaborate to make this an effective and impactful piece of work.
How can we support young people around, making their lives easier, but also the next generation of the next community that will be living it. If we neglect the young people of this community, there won't be a community to live in Camden. So I think it's quite urgent, but also quite important that we kind of do things to kind of find solutions to the issues, because if we don't, the community of Camden will look very different in 20 or 30 years' time.
I don't think we should prolong change, and it's unfair for this generation and the next to still have to fight for recognition of our struggles. We need change now.